Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and mounted on the wall directly above me is the rarest LEGO item in my collection, and possibly the rarest item I will ever own. What exactly is that? Well, that is the LEGO Friends Golden Minidoll. You see, just a couple of years ago, LEGO Friends celebrated its 10-year anniversary, where they actually rebooted the theme itself, and in doing so, they gave away just a couple of copies of the Golden Minidoll to key members of the leadership of the LEGO Friends design team. You see, for LEGO Fan Media Days back in September, I was lucky enough to actually get a chance to meet a ton of LEGO designers, and for whatever reason, they decided to give away 2 copies of the Golden Minidoll to just random lucky people who happened to be talking to the design team. Now here's the thing, I actually was not talking to the Friends design team because at the same time, I was talking to Tommy Andresen, the creator of Ninjago. So I didn't even get to meet the Friends design team. But luckily enough, someone very kind from Tips and Bricks, Evan, huge shout out, was actually given this piece, and he decided to give it to me at the end of Fan Media Days just to add it to my collection because he felt I would value it a lot more than him. So first of all, thank you so much, Evan, for actually giving me this. It is easily the rarest item I own ever. I told you I would literally trade anything in my collection for it, and that offer still does stand. But seriously, thank you so much. And now let's take a look at one of the rarest LEGO items ever, an item that has pretty much only existed in photos online. I think there's like 2 photos of this online, so it is one of the most interesting items, one of the coolest items, and one that I'm incredibly lucky to have added to my collection, and I cannot wait to showcase it in a future museum. And so, let's take a look at the Golden LEGO Friends Minidoll celebrating 10 years of the LEGO Friends theme from 2012 to 2022. So here it is. What may possibly be the rarest item in my collection ever is this right here, the 10 Years of Friendship Golden Minidoll. Now this came as one piece, but it thankfully is not glued. Everything can be fully taken apart. And of course, the huge exclusive part of it is the Minidoll inside, although there actually is also an exclusive sticker on the back here. And technically these 2 dish pieces did not appear in any official set. They came in the Star Wars Razor Crest as printed elements, but you can buy them individually from Pick-a-Brick unprinted, as of right now at least. So technically the main exclusive part of this is of course the Golden Minidoll, as well as this sticker on the back. Now, of course, on the back it says thank you for being part of our journey, because this was originally intended to be just an employee gift for people who worked on the LEGO Friends theme from 2012 to 2022. This is the 10 Years of Friendship sticker that we actually, I believe, got as part of the LEGO employee gift for Friends, or at least a sticker very close to it, so this one is pretty similar to that one. But what's really cool about this is, of course, the Golden Minidoll. And obviously, since it is LEGO and it is in my collection, I had to take it out, and I really wanted to showcase it for this video because it is really cool. So as you can see, the figure isn't pearl gold or anything like that. It is fully drum lacquered gold, meaning they had to actually do a special production process to actually mold this figure in the drum lacquered gold detailing. Now, mine is a little bit scuffed up from travel, unfortunately, so you can see that the hairpiece was originally black. It's kind of showing through the hair itself, but obviously, most of the drum lacquered is still there, and when you actually remove the pieces, you can actually see that this is a pretty unique Minidoll character, because there's quite a different number of pieces that went into creating this particular figure that are 100% exclusive to the figure itself. Now, as you remove the head here, you'll notice that the drum lacquered coating does not cover the top of the neck. Presumably that was left off to allow the figure's head to be moved around back and forth, and thankfully, once you remove the hairpiece, I'm trying to be very careful here, you can actually remove the head, and interestingly enough, there is a yellow head underneath, suggesting that they made a Minidoll head in plain yellow and then did the drum lacquering and printing on top of it, which is pretty rare because we haven't really gotten a standard yellow Minidoll head really ever before. Separating these here, you'll notice that they have molded the legs in pearl gold and then done the drum lacquered over it, which is also special for this figure, and the torso itself seems to be a plain nougat torso with that drum lacquered coloring going all around it. Overall, it's a really interesting Minidoll to be able to get in the gold coloration. It is so cool seeing just how much care went into making this figure, and I'm almost scared to touch it because obviously it is super rare. There have been literally no records of this ever selling online.
I have gotten offers that are in the 6 figures, which I think are a little bit crazy and high, but, you know, I guess if people are willing to pay, that is the going price. But obviously, I think there are 2 reasons as to why I personally would never sell this. First of all, just in general, if there is a unique item that is one of a kind or something that I only have one of in my LEGO collection, I will never sell it. It is in my collection and I will never get rid of it. Especially something like this. My goal for my collection is to one day open up a LEGO museum, and this would be one of the perfect items to actually showcase in a LEGO museum as something truly special and exclusive, something that you can really never get your hands on. It's stuff like this that really makes me excited about collecting LEGO and showcasing it to the world, and I would never give it up for really any sum of money. The other thing, though, is of course that this was a gift. This was not given to me by anybody who actually worked at LEGO. It was given to me by somebody it was given to. And I offered to trade anything in, I offered to pay for it, and Evan from Tips and Bricks was very, very kind to just say, no, just you should take it because it should fit in your collection, and he thanked me for introducing him to folks around in Billund, and honestly, that was just so touching. I think that this is already such a special item. But the fact that it was given to me because he felt like I would appreciate it a lot more and that we really hit it off over our time in Denmark that has made this item a million times more valuable in my eyes. That has made this personally special for me, and honestly, I feel like that is something that I just can't really beat. I would never, ever want to sell something like this because I do have that personal story behind it. Now, here, in case you're curious, this is the construction of how it's made. It's super simple, just studs on the side construction. Overall, if anyone is curious about trying to replicate the stand in real life, you can just use standard LEGO pieces for that. I actually choose to display it with the thank you for being part of our journey on the front because I feel like that one is a little bit more special than the back part, because the back part is a sticker that you can get in the general LEGO employee gift. But this one is a sticker that is unique to the item, so that is really special, and obviously they already did a lot in terms of the printing for it. I certainly would not have expected this to be printed, especially because it is a one-off thing, but I am honestly just so impressed at how much production work went into creating something that is not really going to be seen by many people. In fact, I think that this video is probably the closest documented footage that we have of this ever. I believe there's like one photo of it online ever, and there are no other images of this, so I'm really happy to have been able to hopefully contribute some knowledge about it, how it's made, what it looks like, and the production process behind creating something like this in this video. And I did take a ton of photos and posted them on my Instagram, duck_bricks, if you want to check out more. Again, huge thanks to Evan from Tips and Bricks for giving me this. It honestly is so special. And I will cherish this as part of my LEGO collection, as part of my future LEGO museum for the rest of my life. I genuinely will never forget his generosity and kindness in giving me this, and it's so special and makes this rare item just 1,000 times rare for me. And so that about sums up our quick look at the rarest LEGO item in my collection. And I do definitely mean that. Like, I have a lot of rare items in my collection, but I genuinely think that this is the rarest one. It was never given to consumers, there was no chance to get it, it wasn't like any of the other LEGO employee gifts where you could get it if you're just a standard retail employee. No, this was only given to members of the LEGO Friends design team. I have heard conflicting things about the quantity of this in existence. The maximum I've heard is 150, the minimum I've heard is like 10 or 5, and I probably bet it's somewhere in between that. But again, no one really knows because LEGO hasn't really ever put out any details on this whatsoever. So I'm really curious, folks in the comments, if you are another one of the lucky people to own this, do let me know. I do know that 2 copies of this were given out during the fan media days. I know who else has the other one, but I don't know if they want that to be revealed. So myself and one other person from LEGO Fan Media owns a copy of this. They gave away 2 only, and I do not know where the rest are. I presume that they are at the homes of LEGO Friends designers and LEGO Friends concepts artists and whatnot, to people who worked on LEGO Friends throughout the years. But it is so special to have this in my hands. It's really cool, and I have it displayed proudly at the front of my LEGO collection, as it should be, alongside some of my other rare LEGO artifacts. That about sums up our look at the LEGO Friends Golden Minidoll. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, and I hope you enjoyed this special look.
Alright, and with that, we have summed up our look at the incredible Golden Minidoll from LEGO Friends, one of the strangest and most interesting LEGO items that I now have in my collection, which clearly required a set of different production processes to even drum lacquer an entire Minidoll from the head to the torso to the legs and the hair, all in specialized gold. It is so cool. I'm so lucky to have added this to my collection. Big shout out to Evan and Tips and Bricks. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. And bye for now.